Hi everyone. Hey, it's Paul the Gregley. How we doing today? It's going to be a good little seminar here. About 4 minutes to go, and we're going to rock and roll. It's called Accentuating the Positive and the Best in the Workplace. And I have to tell you, this is kind of an important concept because if people don't get along within your organization, and you have one bad apple, because in psychology they say that for one negative person it affects 12 positive people. So it's kind of important to really define who is, bringing the most value to the workplace and who is not. But I just want to remind you that you can't really change character, you can't change behavior. They gotta want to change it themselves, and change is very, very difficult. So what I like to do is I like to narrow it down to certain people within the organization that make the organization work. Now, it doesn't matter whether or not you have a cosmetology school, or you have a regular school, or whether you have a football team or a basketball team. The chemistry is pretty much the same, I have to say. And it doesn't matter what type of business that you're in. You could be working with 2 people, you could be working with 3 people, you can work with 4 people, but you have different personalities that you have to adjust to. As an effective leader, you have to understand their personalities, and it's a responsibility of a leader that makes sure that people get along, they pitch and catch together. If they don't, then you get a problem, because I think the name of the game is, number one, is to have massive amount of discipline when it comes to creating a culture of excellence. And then, more importantly than that, is you got to have consistency. You got to be consistent every single day, and it's hard for the leader to keep that up every day. You know what I mean? And every day there's always going to be a situation. There's going to be a problem. So your job is to try to find a solution to correct the problem in any given situation. Okay? Without question, anybody can own their own business. I mean, if owning your own business was easy, everybody would be doing it. But I just want to emphasize that you got to have good people that work for you. And number one is that once you find that individual, take care of them. I mean, sometimes they only want to tell you what you want to hear, but if you ask them what their benefits are, if you ask them what motivates them, if you ask them about their curiosity, why they're there, other than just paying their bills and it's just a job, it's got to be a career. It's got to be a long-term investment. And if you specifically spell that out and you fulfill their needs, then those people are less likely to leave you. It was interesting because I was in Cape Coral the last couple of days, and this lady's been working for a restaurant for almost 40 years. That's 4 decades. So, if you ask her and you sit down and you ask her what was the driving force behind her being there for 4 years, she probably would tell you that she enjoyed coming to work, she enjoyed the people she worked with, and she enjoyed the owners of the restaurant. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. It's a long time. And, when you think about 40 years, I mean, you're planted in that specific area for 40 years. You're not shopping, you're not jumping around. You're not going from California to Florida to Massachusetts to South Carolina, whatever it might be. You stay put in that particular organization. That's what really makes an organization successful. And at the end, there's got to be something in it for everybody. I don't under any circumstances. I mean, what gets done really gets rewarded. Okay. The other thing is that I think is the most difficulty is really trying to. When someone calls in sick or they're going to be late or whatever, trying to find that replacement, because, on a daily basis you do have responsibilities, and that's a hard thing. So I think everybody really has to cross-train when it comes to that. So, but at the end of the day, it's really all about getting along, pitching and catching together, finding that relationship. And, I think more importantly than anything is being prepared for the outcome, because a lot of people are not prepared of everything they do in their life. They just kind of shoot from the hip, and it comes back to backfire, and then they got to pedal backwards, and then they got to figure out, why do I do what I do, and what are the reasons for that? So preparation is a big factor. I hope you got a lot out of this. I will talk to you next week. and we're going to really make a difference. And hopefully, you can walk away with a wealth of information, or maybe one or two ideas that might help you to enhance your business. Have a great day. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week. Have fun. Bye-bye.
That was good, baby.